guys, well, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. It's August the 3rd today, 2025. We've been on the car boots this morning, well, not the car boot, the Antiques and Collectors Fair this morning, and we filled us boots. Got some fantastic stuff, I really have. I'll share them at the end of the video, along with the pennies that I bought yesterday, and I bought a little bracelet with coins in, which we bought on Wednesday. So all that I share at the end of the video. We got some fantastic bargains, as you'll see. But yeah, I think we left the video last week where I'd actually bought 9 buckets of 30 litre buckets for a £5, and was waiting for this guy to contact me because he had some more. Well, I got home that particular day on Sunday, and he rung me back. He says, "Look, I've got all these buckets here in the van. Do you want me to drop them off today?" I said, "Well, how many have you got?" And now he told me he had 30. Well, he didn't have 30. He had over 60 odd. So I said, "Well, I said if they're the same price as the others, 50p. We'll come to some sort of deal for the whole lot. I'll take them all anyway." Let me show you what we ended up with. Well, guys, would you look at that? On the car boot this morning, you may have seen the well, George went off with 2 of them, but I got 9 30 litre buckets for a £5. So I said, "It's pity you ain't got any more." He said, "Oh," he said, "I've got a load of them, mate. I've got a load of them." He says, "I can drop them off. You just give me your address and I'll drop them off." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the address to the allotments where they're going to go. And if you can drop..." I said, "How many have you got?" He said, "How many do you want?" I said, "As many as you got." He said, "Well, I've got quite a few." He said, "I've got about 61 at home." I said, "Well, okay, 50 pence each. I can do 30 quid. He said, "Right." So he said, "I'll drop them off tomorrow." But he rung me up. About an hour ago. I said, "I can drop them off today if you want." I said, "Well, okay." So anyway, he turned up and he dropped them all off, and this is what we got. We got all together. If you count the 2 George run away with, we had 71. So I paid 35 quid for 71 of these buckets. Now, these on eBay, they're I think they're 35 quid for 10. So I got 60 buckets for free. Just brought them over here on this trolley that I made years ago. I donated it to the allotment. Basically, it's a 40 by 10 flat bar. That one there's 40 by 6. This is all 30 B4 angle to make the frame. Bit of round bar there to put the wheels on, and just bent a bit of round bar there for the handles. And yeah, I've got a better one, so I dumped this on. I left it and put it into the in the lockup, and looks like Pete's put tape round it. So they're the buckets that I've got left out of that all of 70. There's 42, maybe 43 buckets there. Got rid of 30 buckets this morning, but I'm keeping the rest of it. I'm keeping these now. I might get rid of 10 more, but I'm definitely not going to get rid of the rest of them. I'm going to keep them. Yep, good deal that was yesterday. So we had over 70 odd buckets. As you know there, we put the picture up on the group winding my mate up. Ended up losing 20 buckets to him, and then he went and gobbed it off to another mate of mine, and I ended up with another 10 buckets down. So I've got 40 odd buckets in the front greenhouse. I'm going to keep 10. I'm going to keep 30. I've got another 10 for sale, 20 quid. I've got them 40 buckets for nothing because you know, they did a deal, and they paid for themselves basically. So I've got 40 buckets to play with. I'm going to keep 30 of them because some buggers have pinched quite a lot of my buckets. I did have 100 buckets. I only got 70 buckets. Now I've got 110. So I'm going to keep the 100 buckets, and we'll get rid of give 10 away. If I can't get what I'm looking for, I'll just keep the buckets. I'm not mithered. I don't really need the money, he says. when he's got his car to get it through its MOT sometime in the next 10 days. Not looking forward to that neither. But yeah, we did good there. Now I just drove the car around here. The time now is well, it's 25 to 6, or 20 to 6 it is, and I've only got 3 hours to make this video, get it all up and rendered, and I've got to do all the editing. We come back now because I had a problem with the recording. It didn't record it basically, so we're doing the video yet again. But I've drove the car down here, and it's just parked outside here at the moment. And funny enough, this week I needed to cut the grass at the front of my plot. You've got to do it, it's part of the rules. You've got to keep in front of your plot clear. However, you know me, I start off with mine and it sort of expands out. So let me show you. I do a bit of moaning about what I'm doing, but you're going to see what we've done anyway. So check this video out and we'll be right back. I've got everything I need to cut the grass outside of me front of my plot. I don't think I'm going to be doing many plots today, but I will be doing in front of mine, that's for sure. You notice how there's no fuel in this strimmer. We always run it dry every time we use it. Well, I'm just going to prep my oil and petrol in a moment. I've got my funnel, I've got my wire, some petrol there, and got my pants here, what I'm going to be putting over these. And before I do anything, I'm going to have a cheese and onion butter, have a drink, and then we'll get stuck into this. What we're going to do, well, as you can see how it's grown. So I'm just going to, well, I will do mine. I do either side of mine. These lucky buggers, Mark and Mike, they do all right out of me, and so does David and Ron here, or I should say Tony and Lou here. They also do get away with having to do theirs as well, because I like to see it nice and clear in front of my plot, and I just don't like to see just one little patch. We'll take the aesthetics a little bit further away, you know, if you know what I mean. Well, you can't sit there, Buttercup, but as soon as I sit down, I guarantee you should be sat on my knee. But first things first, I'm going to have my cheese and onion butter, and then we'll get stuck into this. Hopefully it doesn't start raining, and knowing my bloody luck it will do, but I'm still going to do it anyway because it needs to be done. Right, anyway, that's the mission. So yeah, I'm going to crack on in a moment and get this done. For God's sake, don't you start. Just swing the camera around here. Just filled this up. Check the level. Bang on. By the way, this has got a filter in it. So what I've got to do, I've got to fill it up to the line. So give me a second, guys, this is complicated. Right, it's filled up. Give it a good mix. What what I'll do, I'll hide these this petrol and the oil because of it. Everyone sees me. I start cutting the grass, they know I've got petrol and I can continue, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to do the 6 plots outside in front of me. I may do Deborah's as well. It all depends on how I'm feeling after I've started doing this, and it all depends on the weather as well. But yeah, it's just a matter now of filling this up. Like I say, I always run this the strimmer. I always run the strimmer until it's out of fuel. The reason being, you don't want it inside your carburettor. Run it until it stops. That's what I do. Anyway. Every time. Always end up with a tiny bit left in the bottle. Right, I'm just going to put these things away. All I've got to do is get bug lugs off my pants, and then we can have at it. Let's get this started. Buttercup took off when I turned that on. And you can stay out of the way. Go on, go and do some hunting. Bring me a nice big mouse bat. Should just plonk her backside down there and watch what I'm doing. Oh, she's going off hunting, that's good. Right, we'll crack on. Go and get me strimmer, and then we'll have at it. Doesn't that look better? Buttercup's a treat. Wondering where Buttercup is? There she is, keeping out of the way. So I've done this side. Now my attention is on this side here, so I've got to do this just one up in front of me. That was emotional. Now then, done either side of me. Got 3/4 of the petrol here. No, I've got about a third of petrol left. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do Rick's plot in a minute. I'm gonna have a break. Where George is up there, I'm just going to do his plot because he's very poorly, and help if I can help him out, I will do. And if I get any left, I'll do in front of Deborah's plot. She's in the same situation. She's not well. But first things first, I'm going to have a nice drink of coffee, and then we'll have at it. So yeah, we've done in front of my plot and either side of me. That's the result. Well, I'm going to put this bit of fuel in here, and I'm going to run it until it runs dry. So I'm going to do Rick's in front of his plot, and I think I might have enough to do in front of Deborah's plot as well. Before I do that, oh good God, have a drink of this, replenish the battery. Well guys, this sucks. I realise if I do his plot, this is going to be, this plot is not, this grass ain't going to be cut, and it's going to look really odd. And these two buggers either side of me, I think I'm shunning them, so I'm going to have to cut theirs as well. Right, anyway, get it going. Well, that's as far as I'm going to go that way anyway. But how much go have I got left? Might just have enough to do in front of Deborah's. The trouble is, if I do Deborah's, that means I'm going to have to do everybody else's down there. They're all down there, you see, all on the plots. Oh, Joanne's just stuck a nose pipe right across Deborah's plot. Unbelievable. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do Deborah's, because Joanne, like I say, she's got a nose pint there, and it's right across the front of a bloody plot. She's just plugging it in now. There she is. So I was going to do that, but I can't. Not while she's got the hose pipe there. Right, anyway, for now we're done. So guys, just tidying up here. This is my bag that I put my strimmer in. Oh, actually I've got two bags. I've got put a bag over the head and a bag over the motor. The motor's got to cool down though first. And yeah, I'm just packing up now, packing up the strimmer, that is. I'm not quite finished yet, I'm still waiting for the delivery. PLP, they're bringing some stuff for us, some free stuff. I think that's cooled down enough to put this bag over. Oh, there it is. That in there, we put the pants in there. Now we drained all the fuel out of this. As you know, don't leave fuel in your strimmers. That's if you want them to start again. I'm using this tape here. It's a Velcro tape, and it just goes around there and it holds it all in place. So the strimmer now can go into the car. And yeah, we've managed to do, well, obviously see me done in front of my plot either side. We've done ricks, another 4 plots up there, so we've done 10 plots here, and then I went up. I couldn't do any filming really around Deborah's, but I'll show you what it looked like before and afterwards. And I've done that for her, and here we are, all done. So I'm going to knock it on the head now. I'm going to put this in the car and go and wait for PLP to turn up, and hopefully they bring some good goodies what we can use on there. Right, here we are at Deborah's plot. I'm just going to trim this bit here and a bit there, and around the back of the greenhouse. I'll give you an update in a bit. I can't really record it because there's too many people up here, so I'm just going to crack on and get on with it. But I'll give you an update when it's done. But this is what it's looking like at the moment. I'll show you what it looks like when we finish. I've just done in front of Deborah's and George's, and just run out of gas. I was just there when I run out of it. I've got no more gas left in the bottle. As you can see, it's empty. So we're done. Going to head back to the plot. I nearly lost my eye about 2 minutes ago. Something flew out and it just hit me right in the side of the eye. Just missed my eyeball. So I really need to have a look, see if I've got a black eye. Well, Buttercup doesn't seem to be bothered, does she? I say fast asleep on the shed. She spends most of her time like that up there. At least she's been kept out of the way today. She's been watching me do all this here, so anyway, leave her up there and get on with what I've got to get on with. So we ended up doing not only mine but every bugger's basically along the back. Well, I did Rick's, and then I did Deborah's, and then obviously, so I've done all my friends, cut the grass, and I've run out of fuel at the end there, which is what you want to do anyway. You don't want to leave fuel in the strimmer or in any of your chainsaws or out like that. Empty because they're only going to cause it to clog up, and then you won't get them started then. And that's what you see on the car boots. Lots of them don't work because the jets are clogged up. Now my friend Deborah did me a favour the other day. I've been looking for more elephant garlic, so you're going to see in this next clip, she brought me some over. But not only are you going to see that, you're going to see me taking some harvests of apples and all sorts of things that I took home. So let me run this clip and show you. We'll start off with the garlic. Trust you to get in the way. I've not even started, I just got in. You're in the way, aren't you? Well guys, I'm just sort of separating my elephant garlic. Now I've already got one of these in my front greenhouse, but yeah, I'm just preparing it for this year. I've got about, well, I should have about 50 in total when I'm done. I didn't have many this year. But what I have got, we're gonna see if we can treble down on them this year. Well, that's useless. I won't be using that. But even so, yeah, I didn't have enough of this garlic. Believe it or not, this isn't my garlic. This is my friend Deborah's. Well, it is my garlic. But it's, if you got to look at it a different way. About 5 years ago, I gave her about 20 of these, and she planted them, and now she's got several beds of them. And like I say, I didn't have a lot this year, so she's give me a few of these. So now I've got more than enough to get planted later on in the year. I'm just splitting them into these here and putting them away. It's the same girl who I've been watering the greenhouses for her. She's not been well, but yeah, I don't know how many I've got there. I'm going to get some tomatoes in a minute. 4, 7, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17. I've probably got another 30 in the front greenhouse, so yeah, I've got more than enough. So I could do 50 of these, and then we keep 50 of these cloves, and then next year we'll have them all over again. One year was a bit of a disaster, and I grew them and I took them home to store them, and my missus mistakenly thought they was for eating, and she shut them all. Anyway, Nigel and I think it's Tona, if I'm not mistaken, come to me rescue with that's Nigel Muddy Boots, come to me rescue and sent me some of these, and this is what they are. These are the bulbs from them, because I spread these around the allotments for everyone. And yeah, lucky I did it really, because if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be I wouldn't have enough now. But anyway, I've got my bucket here. Swing the camera around. I'm just going to chill for a second. I say I've only just landed on the allotment, and there was there waiting for me. What I'm going to do is go fill a couple of these up with tomatoes in a minute. The greenhouse is just absolutely full of them. I'll get some big Alicante, and I'll take some money maker home today. Well, that's the plan anyway. Quick swig. See the smoke coming out of that? Or the steam? Smoke. Walk from the car to here has worn me out, guys. I've only done that and I'm floundering at the moment. I'll pick up in a minute once I get my second wind. But yeah, that was nice of Deborah to help me out with a few more of these, so I've got enough of them now. In fact, let me show you the others. So these are the others, and while we're here we might as well count them, see well, we know we got 17 there. What we got here, let's have a look. 2, 3, 7, 10. We'll throw 3 in there so we know we got 20, so we got 30 so far. 34, 38, 40. There's 10 there, so we've got 50, and we got them 2 little ones there. So yeah, I think we've got enough garlic to put in my bed. I'm doing 50 of them. I might even do 48 of them and just do 8 rows of 6, I think, and spread them out in the bed. But these will be going into the back of the plot later on in the year. Give another month or so. But yeah, these are elephant garlic, and 2 of them in the shop will cost you £3. There's 50 there, so probably that lot there would cost you about £75. Point the camera at the yeah, that lot there probably cost you £75. But we started with 20 watt Nigel sensors, Chris I think it is, and from that 20, the first year we must have had about nearly 200, and I kept 50 for eating, I kept 50 for putting in, and I give the rest away to everybody. And the year after that I did the same thing, and the year after that, so I give it to people around the allotments, and fortunately they've kept on growing them, they kept on saving them to grow them, and yeah, I'm reaping the rewards now. I think it's time to grab one of these. I've already grabbed a couple of them. These are them little miniature cucumbers. They don't get much bigger than that. I've already had most of them. Wow, I think them grapes will be ready to give away shortly. Just got some eggs there, some tomatoes, cucumber. Got to find a bag now to stick them in. I get the apples later. I've got some pears as well. There are my pears. Don't know if you can see them there. There's quite a few of them if you look. Drowned out by the rows here. Again, this grapevine is full of grapes as well. These would be ready for taking shortly, along with more tomatoes. Oh, got more bagged up. I think we're going to head off now. I'll back later for some more. Buttercup something gives me the opportunity to slip away. But yeah, some nice tomatoes and cucumber and egg there. I've got to tell you guys, this is fun. Just top tailing me my rhubarb. Very popular this time of year, this rhubarb. This will go straight into the leaves will go straight into the compost bin. These will be chopped into half and put into a carrier bag, that's the idea. Yeah, beautiful rhubarb. Right, so there's a rhubarb. All the tops are going to go in the bin in a bit. Now what I've got to do is chop it into half, which is easier said than done. Right, get it in the bag. This be going straight home. Few requests from my next door neighbour and my mum. Yeah, she used all that stuff. All that rhubarb I took last week, the week before, all gone. There we go. Nice big bag of rhubarb there. So all I've got to do now is put the leaves into the compost bin and get on with the next job. Might go and get a few more apples. I got some apples earlier in the week, and they've all gone, guys. So I need some more apples. Oh come on, buttercup, sweeter. I'm not sat in. I've got to get up in a minute, eh? Bloody you and your bloody sticky bud. Look at that on your tail here. Bloody sticky bud. Come here, on my knee. I'm going to go through. Let's check you out. Come on, chop chop. Turn round. Don't make it hard. Right, let's start here. Right, we're working his way down. Right, I'm working my way down. It's just the one sticky bud. Unbelievable. She was covered in them yesterday. I've got a brush in there, like it's got like metal things in it. It's pretty good, it gets them all out. She was covered in them. I had to get her on her belly, do her belly, that was fun. She thought it was tickling her, didn't you, eh? You thought it was tickling you. You like that though. Then I've got my rhubarb. I will go and get my apples in a bit. I've already put my tomatoes, my eggs and my cucumber in the car. So yeah, it's great this time of year. Doesn't cost me much at the grocery store. Well, get some apples from here now. There's quite a few of them. Yeah, these apples, they're not that big yet, but big enough to make apple pie. Well, I've got some more apples. These are perfects, absolute perfects. They could do these normally are twice the size of this, 3 times the size of this, but these are perfect enough for me to make apple pie. So I'd say these will be coming home with me, along with the rhubarb. So we've got 50 garlic now to put in a bit later on in the year. Now that garlic, I actually give it to Deborah about 4 or 5 years ago. She's been growing it with great success, and I didn't have enough of it, so she's helped me out there. And yeah, that garlic actually comes from Nigel Muddy Boots and Chris from Chris's Allotments. They heard the story about I took the garlic home to keep it safe, and the missus used it in the wok. She says, "What you've been eating for the last month and a half?" I said, "Well, I figured out what I have been eating." She said, "But that's all the elephant garlic stock." Anyway, Nigel got wind of it and he sent me some. Well, that's the same garlic. So I've got my garlic for this year now, so I'm quite happy. You saw the apples and the rhubarb I took home. I had some lovely rhubarb crumble and apple pies. I had only a bit of it, like it doesn't last very long in my house once I start making it. They're going away on Tuesday, all going out, so I'm going to make myself loads of apple pies. I'm going to stuff myself, make myself sick eating them. Just hope you don't see the video that I'm putting up today, otherwise they'll never go out. But moving on from that, I thought we'd do another potato reveal. So these were the last of the Casablanca apparently. Now I think the best weight we had was about £3. They've been in the ground in the buckets a bit longer, so let's show you, see what weights we get when we do this bucket reveal. Well guys, I'm going to do a potato reveal. You can see Buttercup watching. Right, so got an empty bag, got some scales. Now these have all died back. These are died back, about a month ago, and all the others are doing fine. It was just the Casablanca that died off. So whatever the weight was, I think it was about £3, £3.5 what we got out of them. We're not going to get any more than £3.5. Let me just get rid of this and I'll be right back. So we're back. Anyway, let's tip the bucket over. I'll keep that in my pocket until I flip it. It's been raining. Dodgy seed potato there. Right, got the empty bag as you can see. That's the first spud. Well, this ain't looking too clever, is it? Look at the size of them. Oh dear. Let's see what we got. Oh, a bit better. Alright, not as bad as I thought. We might get a couple of pound of potatoes out of this bag. I think we got 3.5 out of the last one. That was a few, about 4 weeks ago, wasn't it? Seed potato. Now the tops wouldn't have died. I reckon we would have had better spuds, but we've got a lot of small ones here. Still a few left. Get these small ones out. Look at them smaller ones. I think we've got them all. Another small one there. Let's get me scales. Right, we're setting the scales to pounds. Got the bucket. I'm saying £3, £3.5 maybe. And I'll be wrong because they're nearly £5, £4.7. Don't know if you can see that there. £4.7. So nearly £5. I can do with that. I'll get them cleaned up and have another look at them in a minute. Right, I'm just going to tidy up here. The reason why I've got these today is because I want him to have I've got adult for tea, so I want some new potatoes. But I'm just going to tidy this bucket up and put the wheelbarrow away. We'll get these cleaned up and we'll see what they look like when they're cleaned up. I think that's the plan. But yeah, £4.7. It's not bad for a bucket of first earlies. Casablanca they're called. Unfortunately, what had happened is, well, let me show you. If you look here, these are all the other potatoes, but the Casablanca was right at the very back, and they died off obviously because they didn't get any light. So I don't know what the hell's going to go on with all these buckets of potatoes here. But as you can see, the tops are on them. And they're doing really well. Mark's over here, his buckets, all his tops are all died off on his, but I've still got the tops there. So anyway, I'm just gonna tidy this mess away, and then we'll go and give the potatoes a clean and have a closer look at them. I think that's the plan. Here we are, giving the spuds a wash, and they look really good. Give the wheelbarrow a bit of a clean too. Right, I think we're done here. So that's what 4 3/4 pound of Casablanca first early potatoes look like, guys, and they look absolutely scrumptious. I shall be having them with finny haddock later on today. I have obviously finny haddock potatoes, and we have what's it call it as well, and bachelor peas and a knob of butter. However, they're not going to be 4 3/4 pounds going home, because the rate I'm eating them, there's going to be more like £4 of potatoes. They do taste scrumptious, I've got to tell you. Anyway, I'll leave you with that picture. So yeah, 4 3/4 pound of potatoes. The tops had actually died back on them. The same with Mark's as well, his first earlies. The same thing had happened. But when you look at the other potatoes, they're doing well. They've all got tops on them, really healthy. So I think we're going to have some great weights out of them buckets later on in the year. I'll leave them until they start to die back, then we'll do a couple of proper reveals of the second earlies and the main crop. But that's for a future date. Anyway, I thought we'd show you these coins, what we've been buying today, and we bought some belters. Let me run the clips.
I've spent about 3-4 hours going through all these lot here, all these coins, all these pennies, looking for key dates and die marks and stuff like that, and unfortunately there was nothing. Still, we never throw them away. We always keep these because there's always potential new die marks and errors, and you never know. We might have an error there and we don't even know about it. But as you can see, these are what we bought today. Not bad for a tenner. I've got about 20 quid's worth of copper there. Most interesting thing was this thing here. No date on it, but so it's got these stamp marks in it, and it's been sanded flat there. What was it? Interesting interesting find. Still, there's always tomorrow on the Antiques and Collectors Fair, and who knows, we might find something really nice. But yeah, they're all the normal, the bog standard dates. That's what these are. Well guys, where do we start? This is what we bought today. Now I did say we got 5 of these, but I didn't realise I bought another 3. So I ended up with 8 of them. I do say 5 in the video, so just, you know, heads up. These 10 pences, the silver proofs. In fact, so let's have a look at what we've been buying. So we got the 2001 bunk set. That there is a Marconi £2 coin. I like to call it the Sputnik coin because it looks like the Sputnik satellite. One day that I carried that catch on the coin channels, but yeah, I call that the Sputnik. It reminds me of Sputnik, the satellite, that one there. Anyway, we got the 2002 set, 2003 DNA double helix, oh, and suffragettes as well. Make a stand there. That's the 50p. Got so many of these, it's unbelievable. And then we got Terrific's train on the £2 coin. And what we got there, well, we've actually got Roger Bannister's 50p 4-minute mile, and there's, like I say, all the rest of them. Going to this one, Remember, the 5th of November, the powder in a gunpowder plot. Actually, it's Remember, but on the reads, sometimes the R gets the kicker on the R disappears and it looks like Remember. Dictionary, and like I say, this, the pound and what have you, I got that. And then we got well, this one's a pretty all going on this particular coin. Obviously got Victoria Cross, the medals and Rowick axe, and Brunel's tunnel and the portrait himself and the £2 coins. Moving on from that, this is an interesting one. I'm just remembering what they all are. I don't like you coin tubers deal with them all the time. Well, that one there, the 50p's the Girl Guides. That there's slave trade. It's actually got that's a smooth finish one. The one what you find in your change has got a sort of a bubbly sort of finish, and where the 7 is just there, there's a privy mark, and the circulating one doesn't have it. And that one, I forget what it is now. It's the joining of Scotland and England anyway. Moving on from that, we come to the 2008, and we got the Olympic one there. Anyway, so believe it or not, we paid 80 quid for all 8 of them. No, sorry, we paid 60 quid for them. We bought these for 16 quid each. We bought 5 off one dealer, and it cost me 80 quid. And then we bought these off another dealer, and again, it's about 48 quid. The 16, what was it? It was about 16 quid each or something. Yeah, we've got a bag in there. We've got the letter J, N, Y, S, R, P, E, and I. Oh, pie. We haven't got a T. We can turn it into Sprite. But these are all silver proofs. And I've actually got a full set of these, but because they're going so cheap these days, these sets, I just decided to buy them. I mean, they come in these cool little capsules. And like I say, beautiful. No toning. NHS. Again, no toning. I would have thought this one would have been an harder one to get. The omen of the whatever 2018. That's what they are. And then you got your Stonehenge, Robin, post box, again, sausage, whatever, and ice cream there. Yeah, anyway, I've just taken a note of these, what we bought here, because I don't want to buy them and keep buying them. So we'll try and get the others when we see them. The other thing I bought up today, well, this week, was this set. It's for 15 quid. It's solid silver. I bought it for this 1882 Bunhead Queen Victoria. I mean, that's worth a tenner. And I say 15 quid for that. It even comes with a box. It's all silver. And some of these are sterling. But the buy, I think, is this one. I've got to be careful how I'm dealing with this. I shouldn't really, what I'm going to do here now, I shouldn't do this. Alright, I'm doing it. This is 1862. I think I said it was 1864 in the video. But it's still got some lustre on this. And what I'm doing here is the last thing you should do with these coins. They're there to be played with anyway, but it's got a bit mint lustre on it. It's an extra fine. 1862. Yeah, I've got full date runs of these. Probably in a lot of them in better look, more lustre on them, and they're all mint state and what have you. But that one's a nice one. I couldn't resist it. Yeah, beautiful coin. So I think that was my favourite coin of the day. I'm going to put it in that flip in a bit. But yeah, them and them pennies this week. We've done all right on the antiques and collectors fairs today. That's what we bought anyway.
So the first clip of them 10 pence, them pennies, I bought all of them. I think it was about 600 or 700 for a tenner. I spent 4 hours sifting through and looking for errors, and I couldn't find any. But I never throw them away because there's always new errors coming out, and you know, sometimes you get really lucky and you have one. I've got thousands of them. But moving on from that, as you saw there, what we've been buying today. Well, we bought that bracelet as well. That was all right. I mean, the 1882 bunhead Freppens was the reason why I bought that. But it was all silver anyway. It was 50-50 mix of 50% silver and sterling. The bracelet was silver as well. That was sterling. So yeah, for 15 quid, that was a bargain. The mint sets, bunk sets there, from 2000 to 2008, we got them for a lot of them for 60 quid. The guy who I bought them off, I bought a Kew Garden set off him, and I bought I think it was a 2010, 11, 16, 18, and the 17, and I only paid 25 quid for each of them. They're like little books. I only paid 25 quid each, but he had these and no one was buying them. But when he would have displayed them, people would have bought them, but he didn't. So he ended up, I come along and I said, what do you want? He said, well, if you take the lot, 60 quid, and that's what I did, give him 60 quid. So, and they're all mint state, they're fantastic. Some of them are like 25 quid sets. But yeah, I got lucky. I think they work out about, oh God, hang on. 8 divided by 60, it's about 7.5 quid, 7.50, something like that. So yeah, 7.5 quid a set, brilliant. And then to top it, well, not to top it all, but the icing on the cake really was the 10 pences, the silver 10 pences. I paid, I think it was, well, he wanted 18, but I got him down to 16 quid for each coin. I bought 8 of them. So what's that? 8 times 16 is 28 quid. Yeah, 28 quid. So 128 quid. Sorry, I needed to add the one. 128 quid for 8 of them, and they're going for 30 quid. I've already got a full date runner. I've got the full alphabet, silver alphabet. But I thought, let's go and get another one. If I can get them really cheap. And some of them are cheaper than the actual Cooper nickel ones, so hey, we did alright, I tell you. And then I think the icing on the cake was the 1862 penny. It's got a bit of lustre on it. It was AF extra fine. It was a beautiful coin. That's what it had on it, but I've got a mint state 62, which is just as good as that. And I looked at it, and there's no dings or anything on it. Basically, it's a beautiful coin. There's a lot of toning on it, but they do tone up when they're that old. Now, toning's like the natural, the elements getting on the coin. They start off a beautiful copper bronzy colour, and then over the years they start to go darker and darker and darker. Sometimes you're lucky, you keep the lustre. And as I explained to 1 or 2 people, that's what it's all about. So yeah, I won't going to tell you how much I pay for that, but I paid more for that than I did pay for most of the others. It has got, I've put well, I'm not going to tell you, but it's worth a lot, worth a few quid anyway. So what I'm going to do, well, I'm going to do in a bit after I give you this warning. I'm looking at the flag there now. The weather's going to change. It's lovely and it's sun shining right now. It's quite mild. There's a light breeze. Apparently tomorrow, which is Monday, we're going to have anything up to 90-mile-an-hour gusts hitting the place, and up in the northwest, up where I am here. So if you're on the allotments, take extra care, because I've seen these panels blow out, and I've seen them go 20 yards in the air. 20 yards, well 20 foot up, 20 yards straight out, and if any of you've been stood in the way, they would have cut you in half. So you're coming on the allotments tomorrow, just take extra care. Some of us have to come on. Obviously I've got Buttercup and I've got the chickens to take care of. If you get anything what can blow away, I suggest if you can get down to the allotments now, go and put it to one side, put it in a safe place where it's not going to blow away. Otherwise you'll come tomorrow and you probably won't find all your pots are blown away. and they'd be scattered all over the allotments. But yeah, so take care tomorrow, and I'll see you back here for some more next week. I'm going to try and get the video. It's coming up to 10 to 6 now. I've got 3.5 hours, or 3.5 hours to get the video built, rendered, thumbnail made. I think I can do it, and if I can't do it, it'll be a bit later. But I hope you enjoy it anyway. So from me and, well, Buttercup, she's hunting. So I'll see you next week. Goodbye for now.